Have you been feeling off lately? It's completely okay. We all have those days, but sometimes those off days might be a sign of something deeper. Recognizing when it's time to seek help is crucial. Mental health is as important as physical health, and that's where a psychotherapist comes into play. A psychotherapist can assist in navigating these feelings and provide strategies for improvement. So, how do you know when it's time to see one? Let's explore the 10 signs that may indicate you need to see a psychotherapist. First off, a constant feeling of sadness or depression. It's normal to experience periods of sadness. Life is full of ups and downs after all. But when these feelings linger for extended periods, they may indicate a deeper issue. We're talking about relentless, unshakable feelings of despair and hopelessness that affect your ability to function normally. This pervasive sadness can be a clear sign that you might benefit from speaking with a psychotherapist. The second sign is excessive fears, worries, or anxieties. Everyone worries or gets anxious from time to time. It's a natural response to stressful situations. But when these feelings become overwhelming, constant, or out of proportion to the situation at hand, it could be a sign of an anxiety disorder. Uncontrolled worries can significantly disrupt your daily life, affecting your sleep, concentration, and overall mental well-being. If these signs are familiar, it might be time to seek help. Moving on, let's talk about dramatic changes in eating or sleeping habits. If you find yourself losing your appetite or overeating, sleeping too much or too little, these could be signs that your mental health may be suffering. Have you been skipping meals without realizing it? Or perhaps you're finding it hard to fall asleep or waking up in the middle of the night. These changes in your daily routine can be subtle, yet they are significant. The fourth sign we're discussing is difficulty concentrating or remembering things. Are you finding it hard to focus on your work or daily tasks? Do you often forget appointments or obligations? This could be due to stress, anxiety, depression, or other mental health issues. It's not just about being forgetful or distracted. It's about experiencing a persistent difficulty that affects your daily life and productivity. These disruptions can be more than just an off day and may require professional help. Next up, feeling unable to control negative thoughts. When your mind constantly circles back to negative thoughts despite your best efforts, it might be time to seek professional help. This feeling of being trapped in a whirlwind of negativity can be overwhelming, affecting your ability to function in daily life. It's as if you're stuck in a loop, replaying distressing thoughts or scenarios over and over again. This is not a sign of weakness, but an indication that you might need a helping hand to navigate through these rough waters. Moving on to the sixth sign, experiencing mood swings or emotional outbursts. If you find yourself flipping between emotional highs and lows, or reacting excessively to situations that you would normally handle with ease, it's a clear sign that something is off balance. These emotional roller coasters can be exhausting and confusing, not just for you but for those around you as well. Recognizing these signs in yourself is the first step towards getting help. Next, we have withdrawal from favorite activities. Let's dive into this. Imagine someone who once loved painting or playing soccer, but now they can't seem to find the joy in it anymore. They might start to avoid these activities, not because they're no longer interested, but because they're struggling with something internally. Now, on to the eighth sign, avoiding social interactions. We're social beings by nature. We thrive on connections and interactions. But when someone starts to isolate themselves, avoiding friends and family, it could be a sign of a deeper issue. This isn't just about being introverted or needing some alone time, it's about consistently avoiding social situations to the point where it interferes with their daily life. These two signs, withdrawal from favorite activities and avoiding social interactions, are not just passing phases or temporary moods. They're persistent patterns that can take a toll on a person's mental health. These are clear indications that something is not right. Finally, we have persistent physical ailments without a clear cause. This is the ninth sign that you might need to seek professional help. You might be experiencing headaches, stomach aches, or general body aches that don't seem to have a clear reason. Remember, our physical health is closely tied to our mental health, and sometimes our bodies manifest psychological distress in physical ways. And lastly, the 10th sign, feeling disconnected or having thoughts of suicide. If you're feeling detached from yourself or others, or you're having suicidal thoughts, it's crucial to reach out to a mental health professional immediately. These feelings can be incredibly overwhelming and scary, but you're not alone. There are people ready to help you navigate through this tough time. Remember, it's essential to seek help if you're experiencing any of these signs. You don't have to struggle alone. Reach out, speak up, and let's foster a world where mental health is not a taboo but a conversation we can all engage in. To sum up, we've discussed the 10 signs that may indicate you need to see a psychotherapist. Let's quickly recap. Firstly, we talked about persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness, and secondly, the drastic changes in sleeping and eating patterns. Thirdly, we touched on the inability to carry out daily tasks. And fourthly, the surge of overwhelming fear without reason. Fifthly, we discussed the experiences of severe mood swings that affect your relationships. And sixthly, the constant dwelling on past events or traumas. Seventhly, we highlighted the use of substances to cope with your issues. And eighthly, the feelings of detachment or numbness from your surroundings or yourself. Ninthly, we explored the constant physical ailments without any apparent medical cause. And finally, the recurring thoughts of death or suicide. These signs are not just mere indicators of a bad day or week, they are serious red flags that should not be ignored. It's essential to understand that there's no shame in seeking help when you need it. Mental health is as critical as physical health, and it should never be neglected. If you notice these signs in yourself or someone you know, please reach out to a mental health professional. Psychotherapy can provide the necessary tools and strategies to manage these feelings and symptoms, and ultimately, improve your quality of life. Your mental health matters. Don't hesitate to seek help if you need it. Remember, it's okay not to be okay.